Welcome back. We are joined by experts from the NITI Aayog, Mudit Narayan, Puneet Shukla and Ruchi Gupta. Mudit, can you tell us what is the most common mechanism of digital payment and how is it used?
The most common form of digital payments are cards. You have three kinds of cards: debit cards, which make payments directly from your bank account; credit cards, which provide a kind of short-term debt; and prepaid cards, which are cards loaded with value issued from bank accounts. All these cards, and you would have seen several of them in use, are used at ATMs. A lot of us have used them at ATMs or at what are called POS machines, point of sale machines, where you swipe the card and make a direct transfer from your account to the merchant's account. These machines are available at more than 15 lakh places around the country as we speak, and a lot more are being rolled out. A lot of us have seen the physical POS machines. Now you have mobile POS machines which can be connected straight to your mobile phone and use the data connection of your mobile phone. And increasingly there's a new technology called virtual POS, where the transaction is initiated by the consumer by scanning a little code or a little picture on the wall of the merchant and with an app on a cell phone and initiating the transaction directly yourself. More than 80 crore cards are currently in use in the country. A lot of people use them for very limited purposes, like only withdrawing money from ATMs or very limited transactions. And we want more people to use their cards or activate their cards if they've not been using them. They are the most common and convenient way of making digital transactions.
Right. Ruchi, very often in a family, one or two persons have bank accounts. So how can the other members become part of this digital payment network?
Yeah, very good question. As Mudit has already told you, prepaid card as a preloaded card. So you put money in the card. It's just like a gift card that you give when you go for any shopping also. So these are the prepaid cards you can issue from any bank account. For example, I'm a family member and in my family I have one or two bank accounts. So I can issue prepaid which are the preloaded money cards to any of my family members, to my dependents, to the domestic helps or the drivers in my family. And also these cards can be loaded with money every month. So I can, for example, suppose give salary to my domestic help through these prepaid cards, and they can use these cards for purchase and doing all the digital payments. So it's very, very convenient. And people who have problems opening their bank accounts because they are coming from different states and coming to other states. So sometimes there's problem of proof of residence while opening a bank account. So these prepaid cards are very, very useful.
Puneet, we have heard from consumers that some merchants are often unwilling to accept card payments or demand an additional charge if you pay by card. Can you tell us a little bit about this additional charge?
Yeah, right. This additional charge which is being charged by a merchant while the customer pays via a card is not legal. So if a merchant demands an additional charge to be levied apart from the final amount which the consumer has to pay, it is not mandated by RBI. If you find any merchant where despite the installation of a POS machine at his shop, if he or she is refusing to accept a card payment, or if he or she is asking for extra 2% or generally 2% or 1% charge, then you can actually make a complaint to the bank and RBI that this merchant is actually doing an illegal process. The customer, just for clarity, that the customer does not have to pay any extra amount apart from his purchase amount which is there, whatever be the mode of payment, either cash or card.
And a lot of these charges are being waived off or drastically reduced in the recent days. And we expect these transactions to become much cheaper as people start adopting new technologies like virtual POSs.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about the usage of cards for digital payments. In the next segment, we will learn about how to make your phone your mobile bank account. Stay tuned.